All right, guys, I wanted to come on here and do this gluten narration. And of course, if the lawnmowers start going off when you want to talk about something important, there go the lawn. All of a sudden chainsaws going, all kind of stuff. So I had to move. But anyway, y'all, this whole gluten thing, we're going to do a narration. This guys, see if we can keep this. I don't even know how long it's going to be. Maybe 10, 12 minutes. And distractions are happening all around me, guys. Just let y'all know before I start playing this. Why? Because it's real important. This video here on YouTube, I told you guys about how I can't go places anymore. I don't know how seriously people take me when I say that. There are a few places that I cannot go anymore because of the airborne gluten. And one of those places being pizza shops. So I can no longer go to a pizza place. I can't go nowhere near a pizza place. I can't walk in front of the door. I can't even, if they got a drive-through, I can't go through the drive-through. I can't even go inside the parking lot if it's a major pizza chain. Can't go nowhere near airborne gluten, guys. Now, guys, some of y'all might say, well, I'm glad I don't have no gluten intolerance. I want y'all to really think about this. I told you guys I have a really strong immune system. Right? So I said, just because it doesn't affect you guys the way it affects me, just know that I have a really strong immune system, and most people probably have an average immune system, which means your immune system might not pick it up right away, but over time, if you keep being exposed to a bioweapon, which they told you gluten was a bioweapon in the episode of South Park. So they told you it's a bioweapon. I don't think Americans really get it with the gluten thing. I don't understand why more Americans are not getting it. You go to the store, everything you see is gluten-free this, gluten-free that, gluten-free, everything. I went to a hotel. They had gluten-free cookies and regular cookies. You go to the store, everything is gluten-free. You look at your medicine, it says gluten-free. If you look at your vitamins, it'll say gluten-free. Why in the world would somebody be so concerned about gluten unless it was a bioweapon? I mean, it's so bad, guys, that it's almost comical when you think about it. It's like basically they're telling you rat poison free. And I don't think Americans really getting it. I think the people in Europe get it. I think the people in Europe are a little more educated than Americans in the area of the culinary department. That's why you'll hear people. I even heard Joe Rogan talking about, how the wheat is different over there in Italy. It's different. That's why you got a lot of pizza chains in New York that are importing their wheat from Italy. I don't know if that's exactly the answer, because it's still wheat, but it's a start. I forget why they say they import wheat from gluten, but I feel like it goes into the conspiratorial world, and I can't get into that world because I don't know exactly what's going on, to be honest with you guys. I just know that if anybody's telling you, that's like saying rat poison free. Like, wait a minute. Well, what is rat poisoning doing on my banana? It's a banana. Well, why would I be? I mean, everything is like gluten free now. Gluten free this. What? And people not lobbying to the government. Like, guys, if I had something important that I probably would want to do, it would probably be to lobby to the government on this whole gluten thing, because it needs to be taken off the market completely. It has nothing to do with taste. You can eat your food. We don't need wheat. It's just that simple. Now, there is another thing too, guys, that crosses my mind that says you couldn't feed the population of people if you didn't have this wheat crop. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I'm not an agriculturist. I have to talk to somebody about this. There's a lot information I don't know. But what I do know is that obviously it's a poison. I told you guys, one of the reasons I want to go to Italy is to try the wheat over there, just to see if I have any reactions. What happens to me when I come across airborne gluten, guys? Once again, I get hives, stomach discomfort. It feels like an attack. It's got to be something spiritual to this gluten too, guys. More, everything is spiritual too. Maybe it's some kind of portal. I don't, I'm telling you guys, it's bad stuff. Why would gluten-free be on your vitamins? Your vitamins not supposed to have gluten on it. So why would they have to tell you whether? That's because people getting sick from it, obviously, or it's a bioweapon, and they're forced to tell you the truth. But are you gonna get it? Are you gonna pick that up? I don't think most people gonna get it. But let's go ahead and play this, guys. This woman was working on her job and she was exposed to some cookies. Now, these are just some cookies. That's the thing about it. When you're exposed to airborne gluten, you don't have to have people throwing up pizza flour in the air. It could just be simply something as having some cookies in a bag sitting in a car with you on your seat. Now, these cookies, I have to assume that these cookies were fresh. Maybe they were like fresh baked cookies or something, and she was like picking them up from the place. I'm not sure exactly what this woman does for a living. We're going to go ahead and play this, guys, and we're going to skim through it real quick, but she's basically just telling you how, well, what's the title of the video here? The title of the video is Airborne Gluten, a Slow Death. Now, guys, this happens to be like the only video on all of YouTube where some lady is telling you what's going on. That just goes to show you the real information. It don't come from it. I mean, guys, if I went to a doctor, they would say, if I went to a doctor's office and I had hives, let's say somehow I was exposed to all this gluten, I started getting all these hives, right? So I go to the doctor tells me I got chronic urticaria, right? But it's not, they never telling you where it's coming from. You see what I mean? It's crazy. So if you don't have health insurance, don't feel too bad, because if a doctor don't even know what they're doing, what do you need health insurance for? You might as well learn how to take care of yourself. And if it's your time to go, it's just your time to go. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? This whole doctor thing, maybe doctors is the problem. They don't know what they don't know what they're talking. They don't have the knowledge. So let's go ahead and play this video, guys. Let's see what this lady's talking about. Airborne gluten, a slow death. It's the truth, y'all. It's the truth. It says airborne gluten slowly was killing me. And the thing is, guys, you know how much time it takes for you to actually come to that realization, and when you do, it changes your whole life. We talked about the whole celebrity thing over the past week, guys, and I told you guys, I said I might as well be a celebrity because I already have all these restrictions. I can't go nowhere.
Stay doing this job. So, like always, please take what resonates, discard the rest. Your beliefs are your own. This is my perspective on my life and the downloads that I'm getting. So I'm going to backtrack a few days ago. I am on the carnivore diet. I am doing a process of elimination of what is triggering my health,
and that's a very sobering thing, guys, when that process of elimination and you realize what's actually bothering you. Because when you actually if you find out something like airborne gluten, that's like 75% of your life, your current reality will end just because you can't be around airborne gluten. You don't realize how serious it is, though, until you activate that protocol.
One of the things is that so I got rid of all gluten and everything, and I've been coming to this job, and in the beginning it was okay, but every day, the last few weeks, it's just gotten really, really bad. I would leave work exhausted.
Turn left on Bedford Avenue.
Exhausted, cranky, like emotional. I'm like, what is going on?
Understand? She said cranky and emotional. You guys remember those Popeyes things that happen? Why these people keep fighting inside Popeyes restaurants? It has something to do with the flour, because I remember when I was working in New York and delivering food and stuff like that, I noticed when I went into Popeyes, when I left out, all of a sudden I would get a little agitated. You see, so this gluten is causing people to fight. That's why you had that cartoon, the Boondocks, was showing you these people were fighting over the chicken. That's that gluten. It's the poison that's making them react like that. And there are other places that told you that's exactly what was happening to these people. And it's sick. And it's like, who's sitting back laughing, knowing that knows exactly what's going on, how this gluten is triggering people.
And I've been reading up on biohacking and, how certain smells and everything can affect you, Cardboard actually can affect your estrogen. And, whatever. I brushed it off. I'm like, I keep thinking I'm invincible. What my belief is, I don't believe that's affecting me. But at the same time, I don't know what my body, like what.
Continue 0.6 miles. Then turn left on Williamsburg Street West.
That I'm here for to experience. So it's using your intuition on how to guide through this quantum field. What's it reading back to you? What is it saying to you? If you drink called Bang, and it's got creatine, and I'm pumping through the workout, and a little while later, I'm home, I'm getting ready to go out to dinner, and all of a sudden, I get triggered with anxiety. And anxiety then causes me to have a panic attack. I had to call an ambulance. Oh my God, how embarrassing.
Yeah, guys, I think we're going to do a part 2 to this, y'all, because, when stuff is this pertinent, I feel the need to cut things, edit it, do a part 2, come with it later, just to show you guys how serious I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I don't want to give it to you all at once, because people have a short memory span on watching videos and stuff. Everybody wants to be entertained, and this is not entertainment. This is something that's really serious. It needs to be lobbied to the government to get rid of this crop called gluten, or whatever it is that's doing this to people. But like I told you guys, justice is being served. Okay, you talk about this God I'm supposed to pray to. Well, God is allowing this to happen, right? Unless we can do something about it. Scott, I told you guys, Scott Snitzer was the guy who said the best way you can get revenge on anything that is causing problems in your life. You want to call it the devil, if you want to call it the people on your job, if you want to call it people who betrayed you, any type of revenge that you want to get on anybody has to first do with, he says, you have to stay healthy. Because when you realize this process of elimination, when you realize all the things that are affecting your health out here, even down to smells, that's why I'll be telling you guys about taking nascent iodine, because everything is brominated. You just sitting in your car, and the seats that you're sitting on it's all brominated. And so the iodine, it helps get rid of those halogens out of your body from all the bromination that we're going through. See, people, and you tell people this, and guys, listen, I'm at the point, to tell y'all the truth, I come on here, I talk about this stuff because I'm supposed to talk about it. But there's a side to me too where it's like justice is being served. Where do you think they get that phrase from? So I might be affected by airborne gluten here and there. It's kind of like what they said about spell work, like it'll hit you, but it won't consume you. That's kind of like what airborne gluten, like something might happen where I go through a drive-through and all of a sudden I'm exposed to airborne gluten. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I can't even go through the drive-through. Those particles get in my body, guys, and I immediately get triggered. Get hives, stomach start. You know how I know when I get attacked by airborne gluten, my stomach just starts moving around. It's just it's bad, y'all. That stuff is a weapon. Think about it, guys. You can't even go through a drive-through you can't even sit in a parking lot of a pizza shop. It's that strong of a toxin, it's a poison. Anything that's that strong, it's a poison. So it will affect me here and there, but it ain't gonna kill me. What it's gonna do is obviously make me stronger and make me learn knowledge and come on here and tell you guys exactly what's going on. And just to close it out, like I said, don't think that gluten is not affecting you too, just because you're not experiencing symptoms right away, like some people with really strong immune systems are. Oh, I guarantee you it's affecting you. So people, you can either take heed. The people who find this information, listen to this, they're supposed to listen to it. The people who just want to keep being ignorant, then that's, they supposed to stay like that. There's nothing you can do about it. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. We're gonna do a part 2 to this, because we're gonna hear more about what this lady is talking about. This is kind of like my opening speech about it, because I have to tell you guys what I go through personally. But then my part 2, we're gonna get more into what she was saying and stuff like that. All right. So I'll holler at y'all later.